Everybody is calling the vlogs that I upload lately clickbait.
It's saying that you exploit your dad's death. 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a real. Why does everybody keep telling me that? I asked Jonathan, and he says he don't watch the videos because they're really bad.
The Angry Grandpa Show is probably one of the most loved video series in YouTube history. Pure chaos, raw emotion, and real family drama that kept millions hooked since the channel's early days back in 2010. But after Angry Grandpa died in 2017, things changed fast. The once beloved channel took a dark turn, and his legacy is tarnished forever. The most shocking part? The person behind it all is none other than his own son, Michael Green, better known as KidBehindACamera, from exploiting his own father's death for views almost shamelessly.
It's saying that you exploit your dad's death. 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a real. That's not me. I don't design the t-shirts.
To clickbaiting nearly every video he uploads, then turning around and blaming it all on YouTube's algorithm.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait, and if you don't clickbait, viewership is going to drop and interaction drops and everything. I don't want to have to clickbait. Right. I wish YouTube wasn't the platform that it is now where I have to clickbait every video. I don't want to do that, man.
Michael's antics are as baffling as they are deranged, but even that barely scratches the surface, because behind all the internet clout chasing lies something far more disturbing. Serious accusations of domestic violence, awful parenting, and a pattern of using everyone around him for clout without the slightest hint of shame. To give you some context, Michael is the youngest son of Charles Green, also known as Angry Grandpa. While their official YouTube journey began in June 2010, they had actually been making videos even earlier, posting a few clips back in 2007 on a site called break.com, which was popular at the time for viral content.
Not exactly over.
That's funny.
We posted it on the internet.
You did what?
Posted it on break.com. It's this real popular website.
So I get what? Few hundred people see it?
Actually, it was close to 600,000 people.
What? Are you all fucking crazy?
The videos quickly started gaining traction, and before long, Michael and Angry Grandpa were uploading regularly. Michael handled the filming, editing, and everything behind the scenes, which is exactly how he earned the name KidBehindACamera.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! That's hell no! Whoa!
And at first things were going smoothly, but it didn't take long for cracks to show, because even in those early days, Michael's unhinged site was already creeping in. On April 18th, 2015, they uploaded a video titled Angry Grandpa's Tattoo Meltdown. At first glance, it looked like the usual Angry Grandpa content, Michael pulling a prank to get one of his dad's signature outbursts. But this time, it went too far. Michael and his girlfriend Bridget tricked Angry Grandpa into getting a tattoo, one that was deliberately stupid and humiliating. And what did it say?
We were all choosing each other's tattoos. He thinks he's getting a motorcycle. Not on my watch. You're getting a biohazard that says my ass stinks.
That's right.
And I want Tim to treat him like shit.
He's definitely an old f***er. He's gonna treat it like one.
Angry Grandpa originally went there expecting to get a motorcycle tattoo, something meaningful to him, since he was a huge fan of bikes. In fact, there are multiple old videos where he talks about how much he regrets never owning one.
I freaking love that noise.
I love them bikes, man. I love your bike, man.
But Michael exploited his father's love for motorcycles to lure him into the tattoo shop, only to blindside him with that ridiculous design. And what makes it even worse is that these weren't fake or temporary tattoos. They were real. Angry Grandpa was stuck with them for the rest of his life unless he opted for laser removal, which, given his age and health, could have led to serious complications.
Oh man, I think you just farted, bro.
Oh, he did.
Oh man.
Check out my goddamn bike!
So, as you'd expect, Angry Grandpa completely lost it after seeing what the tattoo actually said. He flew into a rage and started smashing things inside the shop, one of them being an electric guitar that happened to be right in front of him.
What? My ass stinks!
Oh man, is that what it's?
Dad! Holy shit! Stinks!
He's on.
You put on me, mother! do you mean my ass stick?
He told
What do
me
you
to
mean
do
by
it. He told me to do it.
Hey, dude! No, you gotta go! What do you mean? Man, just get your dad.
As if Michael's stunt wasn't bad enough, Bridget made it even worse by yelling that angry grandpa should be the one to pay for the damage, which is just beyond comprehension, because not only was the whole thing Michael's fault, but anyone who knows AGP knows he had a short fuse and was known for breaking things when provoked. And in this case, he had every reason to be furious.
Sorry, dude. Bridget, we need to get him 250.
That's crazy, man. Your dad's man.
I think your dad should replace that. Why should we do it?
But angry grandpa wasn't the only one furious about this prank. The viewers were too. The comment section exploded with backlash, slamming Michael for pulling such a reckless stunt. But if you thought that was rock bottom, think again. The very next day, Mike uploaded an aftermath vlog, blatantly milking the clout he got from the chaos. Instead of addressing the backlash or easing concerns by saying the tattoo was fake, he went even further, doubling down and insisting that everything was real. According to him, the tattoo was permanent, the guitar Grandpa smashed was genuine, and none of it was staged. No clarification, no remorse, just a full commitment to the bit.
Proof. Angry Grandpa's fake because you switched the guitar. That's right. If you watch the first video, you'll see behind me when I'm getting my tattoo, it is a blue and white guitar. And when Grandpa's getting his tattoo, it's a black and white guitar. It's a conspiracy. This is your proof that it's fake. Unfortunately, not. The other thing that I was getting, I don't think Grandpa even got a tattoo. How come we didn't see him putting gel on it? How come we never saw the tattoo? Well, now you're about to. Because that's what the point of this is. A lot of people were getting mad at me because the video was so short, but I had to tell a story. And the story was just, he's in pain, tattoo, he's pissed off.
And after this whole tattoo stunt, Grandpa straight up disowned Mike and ghosted him for months. Even when Michael tried to reach out, their conversations usually turned into arguments, a clear sign that Grandpa was genuinely hurt by what happened. This wasn't just a prank gone too far, it fractured their relationship in a way that couldn't be brushed off.
You fucking hear me? I'm your goddamn daddy!
Dude, it's not
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
It's not gonna come out, dude!
I'm gonna bust your goddamn fat ass! It's coming off one way or the motherfucking other! Get out!
And this moment was just one of many early signs that Michael was willing to cross any line for views. It showed a level of desperation that would only become more obvious after Angry Grandpa's death on December 10th, 2017. Just 48 hours after his father passed, Michael launched merchandise under Angry Grandpa's name, profiting off the grief while fans were still mourning. It was shameless, exploitative, and deeply disturbing. Instead of honoring his father's legacy, Michael used it as a quick cash grab for clout and money.
But some of the accusations, Michael, are like 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a real...
But what's even worse is that on the very day that Angry Grandpa died, Michael uploaded a video announcing his father's passing, and unbelievably, he put an ad before it. That alone rubbed many fans the wrong way. But it didn't stop there. In the video, Michael said people were probably going to make fun of him for crying. And when you really unpack his tone, it almost felt like he was more worried about how he looked on camera than the fact that his father had just died hours earlier. The entire thing came off less like a heartfelt tribute and more like calculated damage control.
Maybe I shouldn't be filming this right now, because it just happened, but I respect him too much to hide how I feel from the internet. People are gonna make fun of me for crying, and that's okay. I'll take it.
But everything we've seen so far doesn't fully expose how far he was willing to go. That changes drastically in the months following Angry Grandpa's death, because this is when Michael began exploiting his father's passing almost shamelessly, using it as fuel to keep the views and money coming in. He started uploading more and more unseen footage on the Angry Grandpa channel, and to be fair, at first fans welcomed it. People genuinely missed AGP and appreciated getting to see unreleased moments. Most of the videos even matched the quality and vibe of the channel's earlier days, like the ones shown here.
Can you say that nothing's different, that we should pick up the pieces? Somebody ought to come along and let you down. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go.
The problem is, Michael started using some of these videos in a misleading way, editing them to make it seem like Angry Grandpa had made the entire video himself. He'd throw in a clip of AGP at the beginning, then immediately cut to his own unrelated content, without ever clarifying that the footage of Grandpa was old. One clear example is when Michael used a clip of him cooking together, telling viewers to like the video if they wanted to see more, only to follow it up with completely unrelated footage that had nothing to do with Grandpa. It felt manipulative, like he was using AGP's image as bait just to boost engagement.
By cooking with Grandpa.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see that? Let's put it up to them. Ask them if they want to see Cooking with Grandpa back.
Yeah.
Do you, for God's sakes, click like if you want more Cooking with Grandpa videos.
Yeah.
You made Sloppy Joe's. I haven't watched it yet, but they sounded good.
They are good, damn it.
You know, I'm trying to do a little promotion here. Look, here's the deal. If you guys want it, Cooking with Grandpa comes back next Thursday. Okay? What is he doing? I can't see his face.
I don't even know.
He's making weird faces.
And it all came across as disingenuous because Michael was clearly using old clips of Angry Grandpa as a hook to reel viewers into videos that had nothing to do with him. In fact, this might explain why, to this day, some people in the comments still think Grandpa is alive or are only just finding out he passed, despite it being nearly a decade ago. But Michael's exploitation didn't stop there. It escalated. Just 3 weeks after his father's death, he uploaded a video on the Angry Grandpa channel about the Logan Paul controversy. And to make it worse, he framed it as what AGP would have said about the situation.
I want to get this right off the bat. I like Logan Paul. I'm a fan of his work. I think he's entertaining. I think he's a good-looking guy. I think he's funny. He's got a great view.
It wasn't just tone deaf, it was shameless. There was no legitimate reason to bring up Logan Paul at that moment, especially on a memorialized channel, unless the goal was to write a trending topic for a few thousand extra views and squeeze out a little more ad revenue. And for Michael, that seemed to be enough of a reason. Even after all these years now, Michael's still using Angry Grandpa's community tab to shamelessly plug his own videos, and longtime Angry Grandpa fans didn't take kindly to it. Under nearly every community post where Michael plugged his own videos, the comment section was filled with reactions like this. I have never seen someone make themselves and everyone around them so utterly insufferable. Everything went to when AGP died. Another person even saying, "You destroyed absolutely every shred of dignity, respect, and credibility you and your family built." But even after all the backlash and reality checks, Michael didn't stop. If anything, he doubled down. He began posting clickbait videos using AI-generated images of Angry Grandpa in the thumbnails, even when the content had nothing to do with him. One video, for example, was titled 16 Years Later, and featured Michael looking somber next to an AI image of Angry Grandpa. But the actual video? It was just about Michael and Bridget's 16-year anniversary. Nothing more. Viewers were so disappointed by Michael's antics that the entire comment section turned into a call-out fest. People weren't fooled. Every comment was slamming him for using his late father's image in such a manipulative way. It was clear they had enough of the clickbait and the disrespect. As if things weren't already unhinged, the clickbait only got worse from here. One of the most overused and recycled tactics on Michael's channel became the fake breakup storyline. If you scroll through his uploads, you'll see dozens upon dozens of videos with nearly identical titles claiming that he and Bridget were breaking up, or had already broken up. Spoiler, they never did. It got so ridiculous that in one of these so-called cheating videos, Michael literally said he would actually break up with Bridget for real if the video got enough likes. That's how far he was willing to go. To turn his relationship into a running joke, just for engagement.
Bridget was cheating. Smack the like button if you want me to break up with her, and I mean actually, and if she went too far.
And if you're unfortunate enough to watch one of these videos, it becomes crystal clear just how low effort and ridiculous they really are. The acting is laughably bad, the drama is forced, and the entire thing feels like a lazy attempt to bait clicks. It's not just fake. It's insulting to anyone still watching in good faith.
What's going on, you guys? Kid behind a camera here, and I'm single. You don't have to worry about that whole Bridget West here thing anymore.
No, yeah, guys, we're freaking single, and I'm thrilled.
I am so thrilled.
I'm so happy. Oh my god, who's my next boyfriend gonna be?
Stop saying that. You're gonna make me mad.
Are we gonna play Fortnite together?
No, you're not.
Are we?
No,
But even with all this, Michael still wrote in the comments saying this. First, this is not clickbait. We really are taking a break. I don't know what is about to happen, but I love you guys, and I'm so sorry that you have to see me at my worst like this. Shamelessly doubling down on his lies. And when you really think about it, it's obvious what he's doing. If viewers believe the video is real, and not just another staged act, they're more likely to watch it all the way through, comment, and boost engagement. But it's clear as day. This is just another clickbait trap. And it doesn't stop there. Just like the fake breakup videos, Michael also loves to clickbait about being broke. In this video, Michael claims that he is going to sell his house because he is so broke.
That's what they're saying we are. Give me the card, bro.
No.
I want to sell the house.
This happens every year. You're not selling our house because this happens every year.
We're gonna be broke, Bridget, okay?
Michael, we're good.
But the problem is, just a few minutes after Michael claimed they were broke, Bridget casually revealed that they're actually doing just fine financially. In fact, really good, which completely exposes the title for what it is, a flat-out lie.
Yeah, you know, we're good. If YouTube doesn't fix it, we're still good. We're good. We have a lot of money. Loads of
I
it.
don't want to talk about money. Nobody likes hearing about it.
And it doesn't stop there. The video quickly shifts from the supposed financial struggles to them buying things that no genuinely broke person would even consider, let alone someone claiming they've hit rock bottom. The whole thing is just another manufactured crisis for clicks.
Oh.
If we can find the house in Trailwood, I promise you, we would own it immediately.
I know.
I'm telling you. I don't know how we find it. Maybe there's like a VIN number or like some kind of account record. I don't know, but I want to find that house and I want to own it.
But even after all the backlash, Michael still refuses to take any real accountability. When Boogie2988 confronted him about it in an interview, Michael brushed it off by saying, YouTube rewards clickbait.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait, and if you don't clickbait, viewership is going to drop and interaction drops and everything. I don't want to have to clickbait.
Right.
I wish YouTube wasn't the platform that it is now where I have to clickbait every video. I don't want to do that, man.
But that excuse falls apart quickly. There are plenty of videos on the Kid Behind a Camera channel that didn't rely on clickbait and still pulled in solid views. The difference? Those videos had actual substance. They were well made, engaging, and worth watching. Michael knew they didn't need flashy titles because the content spoke for itself, so the fact that nearly every video he puts out now is pure clickbait says a lot. He's well aware the quality has dropped, and the only way to drive traffic is by manipulating the title and thumbnail. And even worse, when people on Twitter called him out, Michael acted rude and said this, "I don't care what they think. They can and should leave," which is incredibly telling. These weren't random trolls. These were longtime fans, the very people responsible for his career. And instead of being grateful, instead of responding with even a shred of humility, Michael dismissed them completely. No apology, no accountability. Just more arrogance from a creator who seems to care more about numbers than the community that built him. But just when you think Michael couldn't possibly sink any lower, he pulls something even more bizarre. In a video that left many fans stunned, Michael kissed another famous YouTuber, Boogie2988, on the lips right on camera for the whole world to see. Boogie2988 is one of YouTube's earliest success stories, a creator who blew up in the platform's early days. And he's been connected to Michael since as far back as 2011.
Special little surprise for you. This is my good friend Michael, Kid Behind a Camera here on YouTube. You also may know him from the Angry Grandpa Show, which is how we got to know each other. Jeez, how long has that been, Michael? How long have we known each other? 4
I
or
think
5?
2011.
2000 when? 2011, right?
2011, yeah.
A lot of people don't know this.
From that point on, the two were seen as YouTube's inseparable duo, constantly collaborating and appearing in each other's videos more than almost any other pair on the platform. But just like Michael, Boogie has had his fair share of controversies, and in his case, many of them are far darker and more disturbing. One of the most alarming accusations involved his girlfriend being significantly younger than him. She was 20, while Boogie was 50. The dynamic was deeply unsettling, and people didn't hold back their criticism.
Emotionally, you can be an extremely difficult person and can bring a lot of baggage into another partner's life. Do you think that it's fair to do that to a 19-year-old? Do you not see the predatory nature of dating a 19-year-old as a middle-aged man?
Yet through all of this, the one person who stood by Boogie was Michael. In fact, it was on the Kid Behind a Camera channel that Boogie's new girlfriend was first publicly revealed, even before anyone else had seen her. And despite Boogie openly admitting to many of the accusations against himself, including being labeled an alleged predator, Michael never distanced himself. Instead, he continued to collaborate with Boogie without hesitation. But even during these collabs, Michael couldn't help but be a menace. In one video, he deliberately flushed Boogie's medication down the toilet and then tried to pass it off as an accident. It clearly wasn't.
Uh-oh.
I was checking out Boogie's bathroom. I wanted to see what kind of men. Oh, I just poured his pills down the sink.
Beyond these petty stunts, their dynamic often felt strange, almost like a parody of a romantic relationship. And that blurred line turned even more disturbing when Boogie on camera kissed Michael full on the lips with no shame whatsoever.
Brother.
Don't
worry, champ. There's
Oh my God!
What makes this even more disturbing is that Michael has young children who will one day grow up and see this vile behavior from their own father. But instead of showing even a hint of embarrassment or regret, Michael did what he always does, he doubled down. Rather than brushing the kiss off as a lapse in judgment or acknowledging how wildly inappropriate it was, he uploaded a full video titled "I Cheated on Bridget," playing it off like some kind of bold, heroic confession.
The video you and I made said, I cheated on Bridget, which is technically true because you and I kissed.
It's
but you
true.
We're not having sex. Bridget's not mad.
Well, still, kissing somebody is cheating, is it not?
I get that, but my question is, why do you do that? What's the point?
He sat there on camera, telling the story like it was a moment of bravery, as if kissing another man in front of millions, while being in a long-term relationship and having kids, was something to celebrate. It was bizarre, not because of who he kissed, but because of the sheer lack of self-awareness. Instead of taking responsibility or clarifying boundaries, he turned it into content. And that's what makes this even more unsettling. It forces you to seriously question the dynamics of his relationship with Bridget. Is any of it genuine? Or has the obsession with views blurred every line between reality and performance? Either way, Michael's behavior crossed the line from weird to downright unhinged, and he didn't seem to care. But somehow Michael managed to outdo himself. In yet another bizarre video, he recorded his longtime partner Bridget kissing another woman on camera, in their own house, and then casually uploaded it for the world to see.
And she made out with her in front of me.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a lot of fun for you. I got nothing. Okay? That was a whole blast.
See?
Though not much is known about her, Kyla first appeared in one of Michael's vlog videos titled Bridget's Obsessed Fan, where she randomly shows up at their house, uninvited, claiming she's a huge fan of Bridget.
Hello?
Hey, I'm really sorry about
Hello?
the mask thing. I thought it would be okay. I've been fully vaccinated since my birthday. It's been about 6 months now.
Who are you? I'm sorry. We're not... Listen, we appreciate the support. I'm glad you're like a big fan of us and stuff. But like, I recognize this girl. Kyrie.
Twitter!
Kyrie. We follow her on Twitter. It's Kyrie.
It's Kyla.
Now I'm telling you this is the storyline of the vlog, but the truth is, the acting is painfully shallow, the setup is unbelievably dumb, and it becomes obvious almost instantly that Kyla already knew Michael and Bridget long before that video was ever filmed. But things got weirder from there. In the next round of videos, the storyline shifted into Kyla and Bridget secretly dating behind Michael's back. Again, it is a fake. But here's the real problem. The content started getting sexual. Bridget and Kyla began acting intimately on camera, flirting, and even appearing in bed together while Michael was the one filming it.
Okay.
No, I'm calling the...
Upstairs cheater!
I'm calling the cops, and your girlfriend is going... Can I watch?
Can you get out? That's disgusting! Get out!
But here's the even weirder part. Throughout the entire video, Michael seemed desperate to insert himself into whatever was going on between Bridget and Kyla. At one point, he even asked to join them for a threesome, to which they said no.
I'm getting you a plane ticket. You can go. I'm not facilitating this, like, cheating scandal anymore. Okay, I've had enough of it.
It's not cheating! Why are you so mad?
Can I join?
That's the second time you've asked me that, dude. No! Just get out!
Whether the video was staged or not doesn't really matter. At this point, what matters is how disturbingly eager he was to involve himself while his own partner was engaging in behavior with someone else. All on camera. It's a clear reflection of just how far Michael's willing to go, blurring every boundary, sacrificing self-respect and dignity, all for a few extra clicks and a little more ad revenue. And the most alarming part? They did all this in a house where Michael's own children were present, one of whom was under 1 year old and another under 3. At no point did Michael show concern about what his children might see, or how this could affect them. It wasn't about boundaries or responsibility or even decency, it was about attention, controversy, and monetization. The fact that he allowed, enabled, and filmed this kind of behavior around his kids, just to stir up drama for views, is beyond reckless. But if you thought this was the peak of Michael's disturbing behavior, think again. The rabbit hole goes way deeper and darker than anything we've covered so far, and what comes next makes everything before it look almost tame by comparison. In July of 2025, everything spiraled into something truly horrifying. A leaked 911 call sent shockwaves through the community, and it wasn't just some scandal or stage drama either. It was real, raw, and terrifying. The voice on the line was Bridget, completely panicked, running down the street in fear as she called for help.
Did he go back in the house? No, he's following me right now.
Okay.
Right
Which way are you walking?
towards the f***ing road to Central.
Towards Central?
Here. Yes.
All right, they're coming. I'm just staying on the phone with you, okay? Let me know if he continues to follow you.
Stop talking to me! God damn it, stop! No, stop!
She said Michael had assaulted her so violently that she saw light. She didn't even know if he was holding a weapon. That's how hard he came at her.
Does he have any weapons?
No.
Okay. Has anybody been drinking?
Yeah, we both are.
Okay. Do you need EMS?
Oh, God. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. When he hit me, it's all white.
And if that wasn't disturbing enough, the call captures Bridget crying, begging, pleading with Michael, who was allegedly chasing her to stop and leave her alone. You could literally hear her running, sobbing, and trying to escape a man she once called her partner. And then finally the sirens came. The police arrived and arrested Michael on the spot for domestic violence.
Let me know when you see my officer, okay?
He's right here.
He's with you?
Yeah, he just pulled up.
Okay, I want you to go talk to him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And remember, this is just what got leaked. Accidentally. Unknowingly. So the real question is, what else has been happening behind the scenes? What's been going on off camera, the things we never got to see? Because if this is what slipped through the cracks, it makes you wonder just how deep this darkness really goes. And to make it worse, Michael's own sister Jennifer confirmed how messed up the household really is, saying it wasn't surprising at all, and that this kind of behavior from Michael is actually common.
When they both get drunk, they both get mouthy. So he probably pushed her and she called the cops. Like father, like son, huh? You turned into an abusive like dad. Did I really say that out loud? I'm sorry, guys. Dad really was abusive.
But as if things weren't already chaotic enough, the official police report from that day came out, and it mentioned the kids. They were in the house while Michael assaulted Bridget. That detail alone takes this to a whole new level of disturbing. Despite the clear evidence laid out in the police report, both Michael and Bridget kept trying to brush the incident off, giving conflicting explanations every time they spoke about it. Then their neighbor Tina, who's already notorious from the angry grandpa videos for stirring up drama, hopped on camera claiming the kids weren't even there, saying they were at Bridget's mom's house during the whole thing.
I said, oh, she was screaming, she seen lights. No, she didn't. No, she did not. And her kids were with her mother. They weren't even home that night, you stupid fucks. That's one thing I can say about them. If they drink.
But even without the police report, that claim falls apart fast. Bridget herself commented under a Twitter post admitting the kids were at home, just sleeping and didn't see anything, which frankly doesn't make sense. The entire narrative kept shifting and none of it added up. Naturally, this raised a lot of eyebrows, not just about the incident itself, but about their parenting as a whole. And honestly, this wasn't the first time people questioned if they were even remotely fit to raise kids. But it gets even worse. When fans asked Bridget about what really happened that night, instead of simply defending Michael, something you might expect from someone trying to protect their partner, she lashed out. She responded with, "This was 4 months ago, and honestly, if you are that concerned, do something about it. My kids were upstairs watching TV and going to bed for the night, but please go ahead and paint this accusatory weird picture. Absolutely nobody cares." That alone showed a complete lack of accountability, empathy, or concern, not just for herself, but for the people who genuinely cared about her well-being. And sadly, this wasn't the only time Michael was caught on camera being abusive. Michael has an old YouTube channel dating back to 2011, where he used to dress up and act like Michael Myers for comedy content. At first, he tried scaring adults, but when that didn't get him the attention he wanted, he pivoted to something far more disturbing, targeting kids instead. And not just any kids, his own nephews. All for shock value. But these weren't just playful Halloween jokes. The kids looked uncomfortable and distressed, running off while Michael chased after them in costume. It wasn't funny, it was abuse dressed up as content. What's worse is that even after their mother, Michael's own sister, begged him to stop filming because the kids were crying every single day, he kept going. He doubled down, like he always does, And sure, maybe the kids thought it was fun at first, or maybe they even asked him to play along at one point. But there's a massive difference between lighthearted joking and leaving a child feeling overwhelmed or upset. And Michael clearly crossed a line. At one point, he used a Halloween prop to startle one of the boys. The child clearly believed the situation was real, and that moment wasn't just a bad joke. It was a disturbing glimpse into his abusive tendencies. This wasn't a one-time slip-up or some misunderstood prank either. It was part of a clear pattern, pushing boundaries, ignoring consent, and causing real fear, all for the sake of a few views. And honestly, this could explain why his sister Jennifer still sees Michael as an abusive person to this day. She's witnessed it firsthand on and off camera, but in a shocking twist, it seems this behavior might run deeper than just Michael. Because the truth is, Angry Grandpa wasn't exactly a saint before YouTube fame either. Behind the screaming and the viral meltdowns, there are clear signs that Charles Green, the man fans loved, had his own dark side, long before the cameras ever started rolling.
Not exactly over.
That's funny.
We posted it on the internet.
You did what?
Posted it on break.com. It's this real popular website.
So I get what? Few hundred people see it?
Actually, it was close to 600,000 people.
What? Are you all fucking crazy? Man, fuck this shit.
Man, fuck yeah.
No, shut up. Stop. Y'all, man, y'all make me look like an asshole.
Stop.
Y'all make me look like an asshole every time. You're tired of it, man. The neighbors even around here.
In one particularly disturbing old video, Angry Grandpa is seen calling one of his own grandchildren a homophobic, claiming the kid is going to grow up to be a homosexual.
A queer. He ain't queer. He ain't goddamn queer.
And this isn't just uncomfortable, it's horrifying. Sure, a grandparent might have their own ideas about how to raise a child, and that's their right to an extent, as long as the actual parents are on board. But this crosses every possible line. There's no justification in the world for treating a toddler like that, no matter what your personal beliefs are. Speaking harshly to and putting a very young child in stressful situations, especially one far too young to even understand those kinds of topics, isn't just poor parenting. It's deeply harmful, plain and simple. But this toxic behavior didn't just stop there, it echoed throughout the entire family. And one of the most horrifying reflections of that legacy is Michael's older brother, Charlie, better known online as Charlie Chill. Charlie is his own rabbit hole, a walking cautionary tale so dark it could fill an entire documentary by itself. But even in the long list of Charlie's unhinged, destructive, and abusive behavior, there's one story that stands out as downright sickening. At one point, Charlie brought a group of his friends over to a house where Jennifer was staying, and instead of protecting his sister, he let his friends SA her. And if that wasn't evil enough, Charlie then joined in.
That Charles and one of his friends forced themselves onto both of my sisters. Hey, I won't put this up, Jennifer, if you don't want me to.
No wonder I'm so fucked up.
Do you want me to put this up or not? Because I won't.
Why would you do that, Charlie? I always looked out to you. You were my best friend.
I'm sorry. There's a lot.
There's no excuse, no context, no spin that can make this anything other than pure predatory abuse. And it leaves behind a chilling truth: this family has been plagued by generational violence, dysfunction, and deeply rooted trauma for years. In the end, Michael Green wasn't just the man behind the camera, he became the face of a legacy that unraveled in the worst possible way. What started as documenting chaos turned into creating it, and over time the thirst for views, drama, and control overshadowed everything else: family, boundaries, even basic decency. He blurred the line between reality and content so many times that eventually there was no line left at all. And while some still try to defend it as just entertainment, the damage speaks for itself. And the scariest part? This is just what he felt comfortable sharing online. Who really knows what has been going on behind the scenes all this time?